Here are my reasons why I love data science. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Leon. I'm a data scientist based in the UK. So as you can probably guess by the content of my YouTube channel, I'm a big fan of data science. Now obviously I don't like every part of data science, but I thought by sharing what I like about this field, maybe I'll get more people interested. So here are the timestamps, and in this video I'm going to be explaining my reasons why I love data science. Let's get right into it. Problem solving is a huge part of data science. Now, if you're someone who doesn't like looking at numbers and data and you don't like coding, then data science probably isn't for you. But if you can look past that and look at the bigger picture, then you'll often find a lot of complexity behind these problems, and that's what makes them interesting. What I've learned is that when it comes to problem solving, it's often more about asking the right question. If you can ask the right question, then your process of identifying and solving a problem becomes much easier. So if you enjoy asking questions as much as you enjoy solving problems, then data science is a great field to work in. So this follows on from the previous point. Data science isn't just about solving problems, it's about solving problems that will have an impact on a business or an organization. And being able to drive impact is one of the main reasons why people enjoy working in data science. But first, I think we should talk about what impact actually means. For a lot of data scientists, impact probably just means helping the company make more money. But as an example, let's say you're a data scientist working for the National Health Service, you're probably more interested in genuinely helping others than just making more money. So to me, impact is kind of synonymous with the word meaning. If you can drive impact, then that makes you feel more valued, which in turn can give you more meaning in what you do, and thus you'll feel more satisfied with your work, provided that you're okay with the impact that you're creating. Because let's say you help a company like Meta make more money by exploiting teenage mental health, for example, and you don't agree with what you've done, then that's not going to be meaningful work to you, and you'll probably feel pretty unhappy about it instead. Although it might not look like it, data science is a creative field. As we've already established, data science is all about solving impactful problems, but there's almost always multiple different ways that you can go about solving the same problem. Now, I remember when I learned maths at school, the teachers used to tell me that maths was a creative subject, and I used to call bullshit on that all the time, because to me there was always a clear way of solving a maths problem. But actually there was some truth to what my teacher said for more complex maths problems, and in the real world things are usually a lot more complex, where there's not always a clear black and white solution. This gives you the opportunity to explore different solutions, and sometimes you're forced to be creative because that's the only way you can stay ahead of your competitors. There's usually different ways that you can solve technical problems, and there's often multiple ways that you can present your results in presentations or reports using tools like Tableau or Power BI. Data science is one of the few fields that lets you solve problems in so many different ways, which to me makes this field more interesting because I enjoy having the freedom of being able to explore different solutions. If you're interested in data science, chances are you'll already know that data is becoming more and more important. Because of this, there's now much more quality data being collected compared to before. Now, the key phrase here is quality data. There's a lot more data being generated nowadays, but there's more and more processes in place to clean that data. If I had made this video in, say, 2015, I probably would have said something like data science is great because the amount of data is growing exponentially, so you have a lot more data to play with. Happy days. But now I think a lot has changed since then. There's way more data engineers to help clean that data for you, and there's a bigger focus on having a proper data infrastructure. Companies are realizing that without an infrastructure in place, that it becomes extremely difficult to scale and productionize data science. So my main point here is I like data science because there's so much more data being generated nowadays, but more importantly, there's now more meaningful data to play with. And so I don't think there's a better time to become a data scientist than now, because as a data scientist, you can only really shine if there's quality data available. Everything that I've talked about so far gives you a career that has a good amount of work variety. If you want a job that's a little bit more interesting, you don't want to be doing the same stuff all the time. Ideally, you'd want the boring and repetitive stuff to be automated as much as possible, and then the rest of your time and energy should be spent on doing meaningful work that's a little bit more dynamic. For example, a typical week of a data scientist might involve gathering and cleaning data, automating data pipelines, writing scripts, making reports, or doing presentations. Your day-to-day tasks will vary a lot depending on the type of data scientist you are, the industry that you're in, and also the type of projects that you're working on. Personally, I love the fact that I can do so many different things in a week, and I find it fun trying to automate the boring stuff as much as I can so that I can spend more time and energy doing the things that I find more interesting. And speaking of interesting data science tasks, one of the main things that data scientists have to do are projects. So if you're interested, I have a video up here on the 5 types of data science projects that I recommend for beginners. And because I love data science so much, here's a video up here on how I went from an analyst to a data scientist. You can also follow me on Instagram, and if you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.